This is an invitation of our new Europe, first all-European test referendum on Europe online, to all the citizens in 51 European countries. What kind of Europe do you want?
Dear fellow citizens all over Europe, as a Swiss citizen and convinced European, I'm persuaded that only a democratic and diverse Europe can prosper and succeed in the 21st century. Europe's fate critically depends on its citizens, on each and every one of you. Do you really want to leave Europe in the hands of your politicians as up to now? Or are you ready to speak up for a new Europe, together with millions of responsible Europeans in referenda? Please start right now by voting for the first time indeed on our new Europe, on all major issues which have been afflicting Europe for years, above all the euro, the refugees, Brexit and the Ukraine. Choose one of the following three scenarios.
Scenario A, Brussels, of EU supporters, business as usual, an ever closer union, up to the United States of Europe, also to solve the existing crisis, as usual without asking the citizens in referenda. Scenario B, Brexit, of EU opponents, leave the EU, or don't join it, back to the nation-states of the 20th century. Scenario C, transformation of the EU by the citizens, in referenda, online, into a new, diverse, democratic Europe for the 21st century, open to all European countries, the Europe of the citizens, with and for the citizens. Only in this scenario can you, citizens throughout Europe, decide yourselves on the future of Europe. You will have the last word, in referenda, on all major European issues, especially regarding, first, your country's role in Europe, second, a new European constitution, and third, the use of the EU's crisis as chances for the new Europe. This Europe also includes the European countries outside the EU. Their citizens too can vote for the first time, if and how they want to participate at our new common Europe. In particular, all Europeans are invited to vote on their country's cooperation within this new Europe, either in a close economic and monetary union, with the euro, or in a strong single market, or in a large free trade zone, including of course the citizens in the United Kingdom. Both the euro crisis and the Brexit problem can thus be solved, and the basis can be laid for a blooming economy all over Europe. Regarding the European refugee policy, you, citizens throughout Europe, can ask for one of the following four options. The first one, national sovereignty. The second one, a welcome culture for all refugees across Europe. The third one, your country's participation in a close, politically integrated refugee union, Schengen Plus, which will set, among others, coercive refugee quotas for all member countries. Option 4, a referendum on a bilateral treaty of your country with this union. The treaty will define all essential issues, such as the admission of refugees, border control, as well as measures in countries of origin and transit. Finally, you can strengthen peace, freedom and democracy in Europe by asking, depending on the country you live in, for example, in the politically integrated core Europe, to establish a common European peace force, in all European countries of the ex-USSR, as well as in Turkey, to participate at free trade, in a prospering Europe, between Vladivostok, Ankara, and Reykjavik. As citizens of the Ukraine, you can vote for a neutral, prosperous, decentralized confederation, a bridge between the EU and Russia, guaranteed by the US, Russia and Europe, and, in particular as citizens of Russia and the Ukraine, you may ask for a referendum in Crimea, under the control of the UN, or the OSCE, on the peninsula's internationally recognized accession to Russia or to the Ukraine. This Europe of the citizens can only become reality if millions of citizens ask for it, all over Europe. You too, our new Europe gives you this opportunity. Therefore, if you are in favor of such a Europe, Take this opportunity now, 3 clicks will do. First, vote for the Europe of the citizens. Second, sign the petition to your politicians, asking for a Europe close to its citizens. And, third, activate your friends and acquaintances for our new Europe. Thank you very much for your commitment to Europe, and see you soon at Real All-European Referenda. PS, the leading European politicians, both inside and outside the EU, are kindly asked to implement, democratically, the requests of the many frustrated citizens, thus converting them into enthusiastic Europeans, for nothing can strengthen the Europeans' interest, commitment and enthusiasm for Europe more than regular, common, binding, pan-European referenda on Europe. Long live Europe, long live democracy.